It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got Devontae Smith. He starts play fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Eagles and the Giants. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan, MetLife Stadium in East. Three-quarters of the... are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in week 14. This fielded right at the goal line. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
Here we go.
Jones looking to throw right away. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice job there closing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Now for the first time we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts airing it out deep for Smith. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Hurts. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The Eagles at 11-1 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They are back to 500 on the year. Got the win last weekend. And it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season. So it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Jones, and he'll find Akins there, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44. Jones, rush coming, and he's taken down. Nakobe Dean, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones. And it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Giants ready to come out now. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Fielded at the 20. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6 after that sack. 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. In motion right is Watkins.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith.
Touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record, 31.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Taken at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Hey, Smash! Come 19! Come 19!
But first down, Hurts.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And New York set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for Shepard in last week's game: 10 catches, 114 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Panther 11.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking here for Smith downfield. They got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Touchdown. Dallas got it. Touchdown here. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record. Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Panther 11, 79 Broncos.
They'll try and throw forward with Hurts. And connecting quickly with Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down.
19 tight. Big alert.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown. Yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles just continue to roll. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The New York set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, that's complete left side to Shepard. Finding room at midfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. There for the Giants. 48 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw again. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So that trials a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again.
7 Pirates, 18, Pioneer.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 34 yards. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Rams on lead. Left wing 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Here we go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Rig. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And that'll carry the end zone for a touchback. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles extend their lead yet again.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Throwing, Jones. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Nakobe Dean.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Eagles take over the 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some.
He's got a man complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
19 tight.
And motion right is Watkins.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this one is incomplete.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Alexander Johnson, the one to drop it. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Come 19, check.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation. Had their eyes in one place, they allowed the deep ball behind them.
Touchdown, Eagles. Cruz Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Here's and the Eagles are able to extend that lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jones throwing on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, 91 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jones on 1st down. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The Kobe Dean. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. To try again after the sack. Jones, and that's complete to Shepard.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Left wing 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Yards. And the Eagles stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Elliott good on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Fielded just inside the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
But first down hurts. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. He's got Akins, the tight end. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a...
He's got a man, complete! And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances.
And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Jones on first down. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and inches, Jones. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point try, good by Gano. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Throwing is Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield. They've got his man complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Ready up. 3. 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneers.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Philadelphia, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And